So hey everyone, welcome back to Rebecca's Colouring Arts and Crafts. So today I'm going to continue a bit of my MIllie Marotta Wildlife Wonders, I think it is. Yep, Wildlife Wonders Frogs and Shrooms colour along. So I'm going to focus on doing these little flat shrooms here this time, and then obviously we'll continue with other parts as we go. I'm not sure if that may be the only parts currently, I'm not sure. I'm just going to see, because I've been trying to do a bit of a vlog thing, so I may show a bit of this in that vlog. We will work it out, but yeah, I just wanted to try something a bit new and show a bit of my life, a bit of the reading, a bit of my colouring, just all sorts of things, and see how that goes, if you like it or not, and if it works on this channel. But yeah, so I just wanted to do that. I will show a bit of the colouring in there, and obviously I will put a link to this when it's done. I'm in for a couple of days trialling being in town with my ankle as it stands currently after my surgery, so we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and do as many as I can. I've basically spent the morning cleaning and getting a few things that I need for in town, but yeah, I'm just going to do the best I can. I'm also going to aim to put in the bit of me doing the pork roast. We'll see. I'll play it by ear anyway. I'm just trialing it, and I would love it if you did want to do that. Also, as I said in the past, with my art series I'm currently doing, if you want to leave your favorite insect / bug or fish, as well as your favorite flower and your favorite item in the comments, I would definitely consider adding those images into my exhibition images, because I would love to show some appreciation for all of you for your support of my channel and all your help, well, your support and your help, and just helping me to keep going at times when I'm finding things hard and tough and get nasty comments and stuff like that, and I greatly appreciate it. And so I would love to do that, and also I will eventually be working out Patreon and doing stuff with that, but I've just got to get more content and stuff going before I can set that up. So yeah, anyway, I'm going to continue with MIllie Marotta's Wildlife Wonders Frogs and Shrooms image. We're using our Caran Luminance pencils here today, so just sit those there. We've got our cloth obviously, and our pencil colours. I've already pre-selected these out. With testers, I'd actually pre-selected them out last time but ran out of time to use them, so I'm going to use them this time. So obviously you'll remember last time we finished these mushrooms, and the time before that we did the 2 frogs. So yeah, anyway, might as well get going. And yeah, I just really want to thank you all for your support and your kindness and your caring, and just for helping me out with getting my channel to 1,062 subscribers. And I want to keep trying adding new things to do with like vlogs that incorporate my art and colouring and all of that into it. So and my books, obviously you've probably all noticed by now that I really love books, so yeah. Anyway, so I'm going to start with my Caran Luminance Burnt Sienna, and I'm just sort of I'm going to have to pause for a minute. I need to look at what these shrooms are again. I'll just quickly Google some mushrooms. So yeah, I'm just going to pause that here, and I will be back. But I really hope you'll enjoy it. I would love your feedback on if the vlog sort of things showing my colouring and my art and what I do in general everyday life. It may not always be going out or doing stuff, but I would love to have your opinions if that is something you would like to keep seeing, or what you would like to see happen. I just want to keep trying things and seeing what people enjoy, what people don't, what people might like, what people don't, all of that, just because, well, obviously I love this channel, and yeah, I like adding new things on it as I can and doing things like that. So anyway, I will be back shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So I've had a bit of a look and worked out what sort of happens with these mushrooms. Obviously we still have to remember our light source is coming from this way, but I was just wanting to look because I had a feeling that those inner circles were actually, excuse me, a lighter area. So now I know, and I've sort of got an idea now as to how I can work around darker areas and things like that. So yeah, so we're going to start with our Caran Luminance Burnt Sienna, and I'm going to aim to do all of these mushrooms first with that colour and then add in the next colour and so on and so forth. So since our light source is coming from this way, obviously our shadows will be sort of around these areas, so I'm not going to worry about colouring in all these areas with our burnt sienna. I really want to accent these hollows, and obviously if I don't get to the hollows this time, well, I will get to them next time. I will see how I go with time, just because of the recording and that, but I just kind of want to see how time goes. But right now what I want to do is just trace outlines around this. Obviously we may have some lighter areas, but I just want to do it this way for now, and then I will work out obviously our inside areas later. But just because these are our, shall we say, darker areas as well, and we'll see if we can add some little lighter shadows around those areas or not, but it may not work out quite so well because of the fact of, well, how things are basically. We shall see. I may have to change the amount of colours I wanted to put in here. I wanted to put 5 colours, but it may not fit that many. Some of those colours may end up going into these little centre holes instead. We should just see how it goes, but obviously this bottom area would have a bit of the burnt sienna along it because it is obviously down the bottom from where our light source is going. So yeah, particularly these bottom ones, I want to have a bit of this burnt sienna around them. And I'm basically just tracing a line around them, and I'll see later if I can fit in other areas or if I just leave it like that and just blend it as it is, because as said, there isn't a lot of space and we want our other colours to show. So, but then we also want them to look like they're blending in well together, so we'll play it by ear, I guess. Probably don't actually have quite as, they probably shouldn't have so much. I just thought maybe the burnt sienna shouldn't actually be fully around those areas, but I kind of want it fully around those areas, but at the same time it's not leaving a lot of space for other colours or shadows, so I think I am going to have to cut it down to about 3 colours and just aim to work it in around that sort of colour tone, I guess. So I really hope you'll enjoy this anyway. I've missed doing it. And I'm so glad to be getting a couple of things done and aiming to do a few videos and things like that. It's really great to get back to it. So I don't know that we're going to be able to do our little light blending area like I usually do this time. So I think I'm going to have to just, because this is sort of our shadow thing, you might have to stay that way. We shall see. I think the colours that I can't use in this, I may use in these little inside areas, but as said, we'll play it by ear because, as you all know, I sometimes change my mind as I'm doing things. Well, I very easily change my mind, not currently, very easily. I've got to go and redo these book crate unboxings again too, because I made a mistake last night when I did them, and hence yeah, I have to go and redo them again, and I want to redo them again. I've got so much to work towards. I've got to finish updating Instagram with the colouring stuff because, as you all know, I've been away for a while after surgery, and I'll be having to most likely have another surgery on my left ankle at some point. I don't quite know when, but yeah, I got so much catch up to do. I didn't quite get Facebook and my Facebook pages fully updated the other day, so I've got to finish doing that sometime too. That was mostly pictures, I think, but yeah, a lot to do. But I'll be heading back out of reception, but hopefully by the time a couple of days are up, I will have enough videos to cover a bit of time anyway whilst I'm out of reception again, and then I can keep doing this because I'm working towards getting back home as I can right now, so that I can get back to doing more of these sorts of things. But I need to be able to look after Lily and do all those things easily, which currently I'm still working on, basically. So it'll be good when I can get back home, but I've just got to work on it a bit at a time, pretty much, because I can't rush things, I guess, as much as you may want to sometimes. But yeah, basically I'm just saying I've got a lot to catch up on and a lot to do with these videos and that. But thank you for your patience and for sticking around whilst I couldn't do them, but I really appreciate it, and I really hope that with time I will be able to get back to more of a daily schedule again. But yeah, it's just time and recovery and recuperation and catching up on things that I haven't done for ages that I need to do with my colouring and YouTube stuff. And yeah, we'll get there. It feels like a lot when I say that, and it's kind of like, oh boy, how am I going to do all that? But I'll get there one way or another. Yeah, I hope you'll enjoy it all anyway as I get caught up. Just give me a bit of time and eventually I'll catch up, and it'll probably be more me catching up more when I actually get home properly rather than just being here every now and then. That'll probably be more when I fully catch up on everything. But it'll happen. For sure. I'm trying to leave a little bit of space here as I can for our other colours as well. Because obviously we want our other colours in here. So as you'll notice, we're just anywhere where there's our shadows, that's where we're bringing our brown over. Except for where these little holes are, we will add the shadows of the different colours in those areas when we get to those ones. We will, because they're most likely going to be a slightly different colour. Trying not to go over the lines either like I just did, but if it happens, it happens. We'll just work around it. So I'll be back in a minute. I just need to pause and get a drink. So I'll be back shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So I'm going to continue here with my burnt sienna, my Caran Luminance burnt sienna. So just want to keep tracing around these edges, just leaving space as much as possible for other colours. not too worried if it goes to the inner areas a little bit, because that just leaves me a little more space around these areas, and yeah, well, it's a bit of shadow in those inside areas as well. It is. So I actually think I'm going to leave this one off camera and just focus on these three for now and do this one off camera, just because well, I'm sort of thinking about not just the time thing, but well, I do want to try and get as many videos as I can done, but I'm going to aim for between a half an hour to an hour time frame, and this little section's already taken about 13-14 minutes. So yeah, I just want to, shall we say, continue here. So now what I want to do is I want to come in with my Scarlet, Caran Luminance Scarlet, and I want to bring this over those outlines, but also out other areas. Obviously this is just creating a bit of depth for our shadows. We're trying to leave a bit of space for our final colour if we can, as much as possible. We want to try, if we can, to have a bit of this red showing, trying not to go over areas that are these inner areas if we can avoid it, but see how it goes. But we're trying to leave a bit of space for our final colour, so I'm sort of more just focusing on using the red over our shadow areas. And if it shows out a bit on the other areas, that's completely okay as well. And if I need to after this, I will bring in a little bit of light shading as well. We're just going over all those burnt sienna areas. Trying not to go into the inside areas if we can avoid it, but if you can't avoid it, well, all good, we'll just work it in. Because you'll notice I've gone into some of those areas a bit. Also, I've had some people asking when I'm getting back to things or how long it'll take to finish. I can't actually say how long it'll take me to finish pieces that I've started. I will be aiming to get back to them for sure. I am not going to be just ditching the piece and not finishing it. I will definitely still be finishing it and coming back to it. I know I haven't gotten to things for a while, partly due to my surgery and other things, so some videos haven't been around. It also hasn't helped, I guess, that I haven't been doing daily videos currently, so it doesn't allow me to cycle through the videos as fast, but I'm going to do the best I can to aim to get back to doing those. It's just going to, as I said, take time to catch up on everything, but I'm going to do the best I can. As I said in the other video, I do have a rotation roster now for the different videos, so there's shall we say, not like a different one going up, but so there's a constant roster as to when the next video will happen for that channel, rather than doing multiples in a row or all of those sorts of things. But either way, I think it should work. I'm just going to trial it and see, but I kind of wanted to get a bit more of a roster, and that's why I also got the art folder to try and start a bit of a bullet journal kind of thing, not just for my reading, but also for my art, my colouring, schedules, time frames, upload things, just to try and get things a bit more sorted and organised. And so I've got a very clear idea of what I'm doing as I go forwards with the channel. I do not know how to do bullet journaling or create those things yet, but I fully intend to learn, obviously. That's why I got the art book, so that I could create my own style of thing rather than having to go with the particular style. And that's what I want to do. Yeah, I look forward to it. I may actually bring that into this channel a bit as I learn, or show you me doing the different pages as part of the arts and crafts things and stuff like that. I'll play it by ear and see, obviously, but let me know if it is something you might be interested in seeing at all. It's definitely something I want to learn and look into, to just try and have more of a schedule rather than people having to ask when things are going up. So I can have a schedule and say, well, this is the order that the videos are going up in, and all of that sort of thing, because it'll make it easier, because then people will have an idea how many videos till the one that they're after comes up again, or when the video will come up again, and hopefully that'll help with people asking, when are you going to finish this, or are you going to continue this soon, and all of that. I'm also going to, when things get very repetitive or the same sort of thing, I'm going to actually, as I've suggested a few times but haven't really done, I'm going to actually take it away from the camera and just do it in my own time. So rather than doing something of my own pieces, I will go and finish certain parts of this in my own time, which is why I said with this one, just due to the time frame, I will come back to this one and do it off camera. I will. And so I'm sort of, that way I guess it'll show more progress faster rather than it being slower, like right now where I'm showing every single step. Like, I'll still show you how to do the parts, but if there's something that can be quite repetitive or whatever, I will show you how to do that on camera, and then I will take parts of it off camera instead, so that I guess not just that it's not taking up a lot of time or repetitive videos, but, well, it is partly so that the videos don't become too repetitive as well, and just, yeah, so the progress happens a bit, shall we say, a bit faster with the next videos and working towards finishing the image in general. So yeah, I'm just going to work towards that, and meantime I'm still going to keep thinking about what I'm actually going to do with the background of this image too, because I'm thinking I wouldn't mind like a swampy sort of background on this image, but I'm going to keep working towards it, and yeah, we'll see how things go with time. But yeah, I'm just trying to, I guess, get more planned with my YouTube channel and how I'm going to go about continuing it and how I'm going to continue growing it and doing things, and just yeah, just how I want to do things and how I want to continue it, and the types of things that I do want to have on there, because it is something I love, and as I've said in the past, I would love to make a career out of this and my art, and I need to start seriously working on some ways to do this and for people to see what I do and see my own images as well and things like that. And so I guess in the long run, I just want to start, well, with the bullet journal, I want to start using that to help with knowing exactly where I'm going, exactly what I've done, how I've done things, and blah blah blah. So yeah, that's just current plans. If I can ever get the technology and work out how to set it up correctly, I would still like to do live streams, but we shall see how that goes with time. You'll also have noticed I have sort of shortened down the length of the videos to between half an hour to an hour, even though I know the images take so long and that cuts down the amount of different things you see in it. I did cut that down so that people would have need less time to sit there and watch what is being done, because I know, unlike some other YouTubers, and there's no problem or issue with this, but I know I don't work nearly as fast. I like doing things slower. I like getting really good blending and techniques going and all of those sorts of things. So I'm not nearly as fast as other YouTubers, I know, but that is just how I like to do things. I don't want to do things fast and the same as everyone else. I want to do things my way and how I enjoy doing them. So that is why my videos take a lot longer and why things go a lot longer with the videos, and why you may not see as much per video, just because I guess that is who I am. That's how I like doing things. That's how I want to do things and show things to you all, and it's me. So that is why I can't really say how long things might take when people ask, or if I'm going to finish it soon, and I can't actually say if I'm going to finish it soon. And just quickly, I'm going to do around these outer edges where our main light is. I'm not going to worry about the inside, but just on some of these areas I just want to get a little bit of light blending for that outer area for our final colour. But that is why I can't really specify a time or a time frame if you ask, just because I can't be certain how long it takes, because I know with quite a few of my images that I've got, particularly my personal images, it could take anywhere from 20 to I don't know, 80 plus hours. I know one of my personal images that I'm doing with doing ink tints is actually already over 60 hours work into it, and I'm not even a third done on that image. So it's just how I like to do it. I don't like to rush what I'm doing. I like to sit there and enjoy it and make the most of my time with it, and just, yeah, enjoy the process and do that. So yeah, I know it does take quite a while, but for me that is just how I like doing things, and I like showing people you don't necessarily have to rush what you're doing. You can just enjoy it as much as you want, kind of thing. So anyway, I'm just going to pause there for a minute, and then I will come in with, oh no, I've probably got time for the final colour actually, and then we can work on our little holes these mushrooms. So I was just checking the time. I thought had a lot less time left, but I'm only up to 15 minutes for this part. So I'm now going to come in with my Cornelian Luminance 6901 pencil, and we want to bring that over all these colours. So this is kind of our final colour. I know maybe I should have brought in a slightly lighter colour, I don't know, but I'm going to bring in more of the lighter colours in these little holes, so there won't be our burnt sienna or anything in those colours. I think when I got out all those colours, I think I was thinking of doing it quite differently with the burnt sienna just down here and then graduating it up and stuff, but I guess since it's been a while since I've done this, I changed my mind since. But you'll notice that Cornelian is still at least bringing some light areas to our darks and our shadows. And so hey everyone, I'm back. Sorry, the camera battery died, so I didn't realise till I'd finished this first part of the mushroom, but yeah, so I briefly stopped and got my pork roast on cooking. I will show that later in the vlog when I'm getting the veggies and stuff together, but right now I'm just going to keep going here since I've got that on. And yeah, I've got my alarm set for half an hour when I have to turn the temperature down. Hopefully the oven, fingers crossed, the oven will turn down, because it doesn't always. Sometimes it switches off when I try turning it down. So I'm really hoping it will stay working this time. But yeah, so I'm going to continue here with my Cornelian Luminance, Caran Luminance 6901 Cornelian. And as I was doing with this one, you just want to go over all the colours, including our white areas. So we're just finishing it off with this colour. If it goes a bit in the holes, we'll just work it in with those, but yeah, do the best you can not to. But as you'll notice, I've kind of gone in some of the holes too, so it's not like it's going to be a big deal. I'll just show you how to work around that. Well, not work around it, but work it in basically, because as you all know, I don't tend to use erasers. So yeah, we'll make it work, pretty much. I want to bring it up with all these areas. As I was saying too, which I don't think got on the camera bit because it died, it does show a bit of the light coming down from this one, but I'm not so worried about it with these front bits. Instead, I'm going to make it so it's like these mushrooms are being backlit illuminated through the holes here. So that'll be how I will, shall we say, do that. So yeah, we'll just do the best we can anyway. But I was thinking about it and thinking, because there was so little space and I couldn't fit all 5 colours, because I think I was saying I was going to do it a different way, but then I changed my mind when I started again, because it had been a while since, so I'd forgotten that the way that I was going to do it, and so I changed the way I was doing it. And yeah, so it didn't fit as many colours, and so in that case, as you'll see, I'm doing more of the darker areas on this front bit, and I'm going to have these holes as like where our light source is coming through and backlight that. I was also saying, I'm pretty certain ages ago I did a tutorial on how to backlight leaves. I can't remember when it was done. I'm pretty certain there is a tutorial on it, but I'm not totally sure. I will double check that. if not, I will aim to do one again. Either way works. I would like to get back to some more tutorials on how to do things, but I haven't had a heap of time with all the pieces I've got going to get to them. If you do want me to do any particular tutorial on how to do something, please let me know and I would definitely look into it. And how to do things. But yeah, I'll just see how things work out. I was also saying, I'm not sure if that came up, but it might have come up, I can't remember for sure. Tired brain, not working properly, blah blah blah. That I have been asked to do some more pieces in like MIllie Marotta's Wild Savannah and stuff. And as I said, I definitely intend to, but I just want to work through some of these other pieces first and work on getting some pieces down. Some bits I'll start working on, finish bits off camera rather than trying to do it all on camera, because as I said, I was trying to shorten length of time a bit so that people have more time, or they can fit it in when they don't have as much time to watch the tutorial and follow along. As I said, I know that doesn't necessarily mean I do as much, but yeah, it's just that's how I like doing things and how I do things. So yeah, it'll work out anyway, I'm sure. But yeah, so it's just all time and working out how to fit things in and getting better organised and everything like that, which I'm going to hopefully keep working on and get the hang of it soon, and hopefully as I learn to do like the bullet journal kind of thing, and well, I guess it's partly a bullet journal, partly not. And I'm just going to quickly put the music back on again. It will be back 1 minute. Sorry, I paused it briefly whilst I was putting my roast on. But yeah, I'll just hopefully work that out as I go with things, and eventually things will get better organised and I'll be getting back to daily videos again and stuff, because that's what I really want to do. So yeah, just give me time and I'll keep working on it and I'll get there eventually. So yeah, so that is our outer area done. Now what I want to do is a backlit area, which means this time I'm not going to bring in those two darker colours. I'm going to bring in our three lighter colours. And what I want to do is I just need to work out, that was the colour I used before, I think. Yeah, so what I want to use this time, I want to start with my Permanent Red, my Caran Luminance Permanent Red, and I want to bring that around these areas and do a little bit of light shadows, so it's like we're allowing for the blending in our bigger areas. In our smaller areas, I'm not going to worry so much, but for that one I want to do it there. But for this one, because our light source is sort of coming from behind, I just want to add this colour in our bottom areas. So I know we've got some red colours over there, we'll just blend those in from our other lines and stuff, but we'll make it work. I think I put a bit much Permanent Red there, but we just want to adjust it based on our light source is coming from up here down, but we do want to have these little areas backlit, so I'm just bringing in a little bit of light shading where I can, particularly our darker areas, And I'm just adjusting where this colour's going, because this is going to be our darkest colour in this area, so I want to keep our darkest colour with the shadows, but I want to bring in 3 colours here, so I'm trying to leave enough room for all 3 colours, but also have a decent amount of this shadow in here, and if I can leave a bit of area for allowing us to blend it in with the other colours. So we're trying to leave enough room so it looks like it is backlit in this area. So I'm not really sure that I'm explaining it that well, but hopefully you will see what I mean as we go about doing this. I'm hoping. So in some of these bigger areas I am just doing a little bit of a light blending area as well. I am to allow us to blend the colours nicer, particularly in those bigger areas. The smaller areas it doesn't work so well, but these bigger areas it works quite well. At least I feel it does. So you'll notice all the areas I'm putting this shadow on, because this is our darkest colour, so it's kind of our shadow to do with, but because it's our backlit area we don't want a really dark shadow, which is why I'm using more of a lighter red to create this shadow rather than a brown or the other colours we've used. But that is because I do still want those tones and shadows in there, but at the same time I do want it to look like it is a backlit area in the mushroom, because they are kind of, in the image I found online, they are kind of a bit transparent in this area, which is why I want a lot of those lighter tones in these holes in the shrooms. And that is why I'm going with such light colours here for where our shadows are with the backlit area of the mushroom. I hope that's making sense anyway, what I'm saying. And so where these overlapping bits are too, there's obviously a bit of shadow there as well, so you want to try and incorporate some of that shadow in those areas too. And obviously this little circular area will be like the other one where we do it the full way around on that area. I'm just going to pause a minute and get a drink, and then we'll continue here with our final one, and then we will go on to our other colours. So I will be back shortly. So hey everyone, I'm back. So I'm going to continue here with our last little bit of Permanent Red in our Caran Luminance pencils. Oh, excuse me, I got a bit of the burps. Why does it always happen when I go on camera? And we just want to bring that in. We're finishing off our last little areas for our shadows with our backlit area here. And there's our last shadow area there done. So now I want to come in with my Caran Luminance Cornelian, and I want to bring that over all that shadow area and a little out, but still leaving a bit of white area for our final colour, because as I said, we're doing this a bit of a backlit kind of effect. So we want to try and leave some white for our final and lightest colour as well, so it doesn't just blend in with our background areas as well. We do. as much as possible anyway. Just try and leave some white for our final colour, but also try to, if you can, do a little bit of that light blending so that you can blend the colours together better. I hope I'm making sense what I'm saying here anyway. As much as possible doing that little bit of light shadow area anyway. Can't fit it in all of the things I'm noticing. That's why I'm saying that now. I thought I might be able to, but I can't, so in some of the smaller areas, so we do the best we can. There is some small areas that have been filled up, obviously like usual, but that happens. Every time the thing adjusts to its focus with the camera, I keep thinking that it's switching off with the battery, but then the funny thing is, I get so used to it that then when the battery actually switches off, I don't notice and I lose part of what I'm saying, and then I can't remember what I said. And yeah, I guess that's life. And so now we're finally onto our final colour. So this is the bit that will hopefully really make it look backlit. So I'm going to come in with my Caran Luminance Orange, and this is our lightest colour, obviously. I think I might have used it in that frog, I can't remember for sure, but we just want to bring it over all these final areas, all of the areas in our, obviously the back of this mushroom, including the white spots and all the other colours, just to create that light sort of backlit effect. I'm hoping that it will kind of show out. I am. And this is actually, when I looked online, it's not exactly this colour, it's a lot brighter orange, but I wanted to make sure that I had those shadows in there, and that's why I added some of our Sienna brown and stuff like that. I think it was Sienna brown, no, it was burnt sienna. It was close, but yeah, because I wanted to make sure we had those shadows and stuff like that, and I kind of want to keep it, some of it, those mushroomy colours. Like I want to try and do sort of more natural mushroomy colours for change. As you all know, I typically tend to go quite out there with the colours, but as I'm doing with the Magical Jungle piece currently, I'm actually quite enjoying doing some more natural colours rather than fantasy colours. And as you might have seen too with my current fantasy piece, that's going to be sort of, I guess it'll have natural colours in it as well, but it's kind of a bit more out there, and I'm starting to realise that I like doing out there pieces, but I also like doing some pieces with more natural colours. But in the end, it's all going to come down to gut instinct as to how I do it. Like right now, it's more natural colours with like the poisonous coloured frogs and that. But I don't know, I may add in something extremely out there later, depending on what I'm liking, what I'm feeling like, what I think it needs. Just don't know currently. But that is what I love about the colouring, is that you don't necessarily have to stick with any one thing. You can just go with your heart and do whatever you want, no matter how extreme or out there it is, be it a purple koala, pink koala, rainbow koala, anything like that. It's just, it's great to just be able to let your imagination go and colour and do whatever you want. And that is what I really love about the colouring. It is. And I'm probably going to have to pause quickly because the alarm's about to go off to turn the volume, the heat down for the pot. So hopefully it will turn down and not switch off, and I will be back in a minute. So hey everyone, I'm back. So I think I got lucky and the oven hasn't switched off. I checked 3 times just to double check, but I can still see a blue flame, so because it's gas, so I'm hoping it's going to keep going. So I'm going to continue here with my orange, and we're just finishing going over all these colours and creating our sort of backlit part of these mushrooms. And I'm actually really liking how this piece is starting to come together with the browns and the oranges and some greens, and yeah, it's great. And there we have it. So I hope you can see the backlit in the pattern there. I'm really loving how this is coming out. I was just double checking it was focused. So I'm actually going to leave it there for this part. I really hope you have enjoyed this bit of the colour along. Obviously we've only done one type of mushrooms, but as I said, it takes me time, so I just wanted to do that. And yeah, if you have enjoyed this, please leave a like, subscribe and comment. I always love hearing from you, and I will see you later. Bye.